Hello, ladies and gents. Oh, it's that time of year now. It's chilly. Halloween is upon us. Spooky time. Somehow still has all its stuff come out after the Christmas stuff. Work that out. Good excuse to buy massive bags of sweets and pretending you actually care if the trick-or-treaters turn up. But not me, I just get fat. I'm hoping a good Halloween. I don't know what that's really going to mean, to be honest, but we've had a lot of really good horror films come out in the recent years, which I hope keeps that spooky vibe alive, whereas the Christmas films are just the same old shop. I love a good horror film. I spent way too much time watching the Saw movies growing up. I think I stopped watching on Saw 6 or Saw 7. So when it was just Saw and then Jigsaw and something else. But yeah, I liked them. I enjoyed them. I think it made me somewhat immune to like all the blood and the screaming. I do love a good kind of tense one though. Hauntings and stuff like Conjuring and the Paranormal Activity, ones like that. They're good. I like them. Especially ones where it looks like a lot of nothing's happening. It's all tension built around basically just your house, because then your brain fills in the gaps at home. Well, that's a good horror film. That is. I wonder if I should do something spooky on the bike. Scariest thing I can think of at the minute is the fact we're ramping up production at work. Oh, scary. Actually, there's a topic of conversation. Oh, also, I'm back on the ZZR. I still can't get the brake calipers off. They are officially wedged in place, even with lube and heat. Hello. You're a bit late for the 1940s weekend, mate. Hopefully you guys watched that video. It's a lovely day for it. It's bloody awful. I've got a windjammer coming to get rid of the excess wind from under here. I should also be trying to find a way to move my camera to my daily helmet. I say daily, I don't ride out daily. Not anymore. Not that I don't want to, but for logistical reasons. Passengers will mostly. Yeah, the bike's been sat, so this is my first run on it. Before I give it a nice gentle back road go. Tyres aren't an issue anymore. Oh, not tyres. The brakes aren't an issue anymore. Gave it an oil change again. Just some decent oil. I just didn't feel right having the other oil in. But because it's only done about 200 miles with that oil, I'll just put that back in the bottle for other projects, I think. Emergency oil. Does that make sense? I have not come down here on a bike in a while. Wow! I love how it hits October and it's like just 13 degrees. My clock's wrong. Should say 3 minutes past 9. Oh well. So glad I got a ZZR for back roads. I'll open it up when I get on the nice straight bits. We'll have a bit of speedy fun. I did have a topic to talk about, but the weather has dispersed it somewhat. So I just started chatting about Halloween instead. Pumpkins and such. Apparently there's a big issue this year because all the pumpkins have matured early. Like the pick your own pumpkin places, which is why you might have seen some being sold really early on. There's a channel somewhere they're trying to preserve pumpkins, and I think they're on their like 5th or 6th iteration. Van there for Norfolk Motorcycle Museum. I have no idea where it is, I just know that's where the van parks. Also there's a place here that I've never been to. What's that? LCR Motorcycles. There's these places not that far from me, and I never look them up. Terrible. I must do better. I better behave. Little coppers round here the other day. The rozzers. I mean, I'm still speeding, but not as much. I bet that's pricey. Woo! makes me laugh when people steal that. It's like, how did you get away with this massive piece of farming equipment? Not exactly a small thing to steal. But there you go. Right, it's clear. And top speed, top gear, sorry. Okay, not gonna lie, I did start to chicken out a little bit there. That's there's one or two bits of road that I can think of that don't have cameras, don't have access junctions you can't see on, which is why I sat up and started to eke off. Yeah, that's like the only bits of stretch that are not public roads. Mexico roads. They put all these signs in for like the plank crossing and that. They've now stopped doing what they were doing. That was a waste of taxpayer money. I mean, yeah, tractors are going to come in and out, so they're still useful for that, but really, this needs a weight limit, not a speed limit. Oh, it's nice to be back on the beastie. Oh, I love this bike. I love it. I just can't believe I didn't get speeding tickets on this. It baffles the mind. Also, I just realised I forgot my front camera. I charged it up as well. It sat on my side in the case. Well, damn. I was thinking about other things. Leave it in third gear, shall we? It's probably too busy now, so I won't be silly. Yeah, there's two cars. I can get past the first one, alright. That gives you an idea of acceleration, just not the speed. Which is weird, because on this bike it doesn't feel that fast. Not like 70 apparently. It doesn't feel like that at all. So I will slow down a little bit. I'm going to get used to doing 70 mile an hour down here and I have to commute this way, and that will get me in trouble. Apparently there's a bike deal around here. Oh, there's a road somewhere vaguely that way, and there's a sign pointing this way. So I'm going to find the adjoining road and see if I can find it. Mud on road, yay! Everyone's favourite thing. Potatoes. Nom, 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 nom. My clutch feels better with this oil. Why didn't it not do that with the last oil? That's really nice, that. I mean, I never had a problem with the clutch, but it feels nicer. I can't explain it. Oh well. There's a, was it restaurant, bar, hotel? Was it? The Marsham Arms. What did it say? It's a coaching inn. Really nice place, that. Went there once. Me and my wife took my nan and my granddad out. And we were like, where are we going to go? And we kept going to this place. We said we were going to go and we haven't, so we'll take you there. And we did. It was really nice. It was very quiet. I think it was quite time of year, like now. There's kind of, if you're in that industry, you'll find your hours have gone whoop, because there's no work. But they do a lot of really early Christmas stuff to keep people coming. $10. I wonder how effective they are. You couldn't do it on a bike though, could you? Because there's not enough space. You have to have a really tiny person. I think the road I want is that one. Let's have a look. Where's that go? Stratton, Strawless and Buxton. Is that where the water comes from? Or am I thinking a different thing? have a look. Please drive with care, deer. There's always deer. 2 hoots. Didn't go 2 hoots. Very nice. Tell you what, there's some nice houses down here. Look at that one. A stables. Oh, that explains it. You got horse money. Long acres. There's a garage. It's good to know. It's really expensive around here. Like, that would be £500,000. That's that expensive. We were looking at moving closer to work, and this is like that, not too close to work for the price to go off. You're like, oh no, never mind, this bit's really expensive as well. Where the heck is this bike shop? Hello. It's good to see more learners, because apparently we had a lack of people learning. There we sort that out. What have I done to that? I'll sort it out when I get to where I'm going. Actually, trade cars storage. I feel like I'm staking out someone's house. That's a nice one. The Great British Bunting, yes. Bunting itself just feels really British. You get these people putting up the bunting of different nationalities in response to everyone flying British flags, and it just feels like that's still a more British thing because it's bunting. Oh no, 50. Oops. Got used to riding the Tiger and all the gearing is different, isn't it? So I'm going by feel. Oh. Well, this is the road I was on about. That is the other end, so where the hell is that? Is the sign even still up? The sign was right there. Yeah, PML Motorcycles. Well, I'll have to go and find it another day. Getting heavy! Oh. Glad I slowed down. I had a plan for today, but I was hoping it was going to be sunny. I was left later than I intended. Well, the clock's wrong, but yeah. This bike makes so much power from like really low RPM, it's hilarious. Just talk. So you've got your motorbikes that are based off your manager that are all talk and no speed. There's a lot of police around now. I don't think I will be speeding again. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, what's I going with that analogy? Yeah, you got bikes like your big twin cruisers, and they're like your manager at work, where they're all talk but no, no speed, so to say. Then you've got your screamy little inline fours, which, or your two strokes, which are more like that girl at high school, you'll know the one, and just go revvy, but like no, hold on, it's wrong analogy because they're all talk. Like a smackhead, there's no talk or anything until they really, get the fix of fueling, and then woof, go, can't stop them. Two strokes of crackheads, basically, or meth heads. What's the ones that make them? I don't know. I don't do drugs. What's the one that makes them all energetic? I know fentanyl turns into a zombie. Like, and then you've got ones like this, and your big litre bikes, for your power and torque. and that's your scrap this whole bit, cut out the recording. I can't finish my goddamn analogy. I'm having a moment. This place here, the New Forge, English and Thai fusion. The only place I know around here, they got a 1 star, or was it a 1 on the food rating scale? And it's still open. That was a while ago now. Road closed here for 3 nights. Okay, well, that date should have come and gone. Oh, sorry, I'm recording on a bike, shouldn't I? I should have yelled at the old man who pulled out in front of me, even though there was sufficient time. The problem with doing stuff like that and getting views is it makes your brain go, oh, I get views like this. I know how to video the exact same thing. And it's like, why? Why bother? If they have genuinely done something stupid, then yeah, but don't think you have to shout at everyone who has one little bit, or you think, oh, you know, what did they pull out? I was going to go faster. It's like, yeah, but I mean, did they have time if you were just doing everything properly? Oh, car boot. Not nice weather for a car boot. Everyone's suddenly veering into Norwich now. Big enough holiday home? On the excessive side of excessive, but at least they've, you know, got that pickup for a reason. People get those and then they just drive around here and do the shopping. Why? I'm going to be cheeky. Go. Straight down the rumble strips. I'm in the mood for a terrible breakfast. I want to go to Mackey's. I don't know why I didn't have breakfast before I left, but there you go. Oh my god, the aliens! They're doing crop towers now. Some of which are on the wonk. They're still standing. They're trying to point out a civilization. 136.9. Oh god. I want to do something I shouldn't. So there's a straight bit around this corner. Right. Ah, look at it. So, third gear, 5,000 RPM-ish. Whee! Misbehaving little bugger. Yes, bikers out, nice to see. None of this warm weathered stuff, no. Some guy at work asked me if I put my bike away for the winter, and he meant like now. Bruh, sort it out yourself. Like, oh, I do. Like, why? This isn't winter. It's mildly chilly. It's like he hasn't got a proper riding jacket or anything, so he's sort of done it to himself. How many people watching this are warm weather riders? Actually curious. I am more so than I used to be, but if needs must, needs must. Like, I could have brought the car today and just not done this video, because I have stuff to pick up and hopefully the bag I've got on my back is big enough, or I'm bringing the car out later anyway. So they're trying to let me past, but oh, I was going to take that side road. No! This is a place that just sort of is this road, if you know what I mean. It's this road, 2 roundabouts and some side roads, and that's it. Seems to be nothing to it. Fun little story. This place right here, I worked... Hold on, I don't know management. Right, that's going to ruin that slightly. This place there, I worked at for 3 weeks. 2 weeks of which were my notice. Anyway, to shorten a long story, I hated the job I was at. Couldn't get anything other than the same industry. I wasn't getting a lot of hours in that. They offered to pay me like a little bit more an hour and give me 40 hours a week. And it's also like a third of the distance to travel. So I went, yeah, stuff that job up your butt. Went there. My first week I was given something like 16 or 18 hours. And I went, this isn't enough to pay the bills. And they said, well, that's what you're going to get. And I was like, okay, maybe it's like an initial week trial thing. Let's try and survive this. And then it turns out there were dogs in the kitchen and they were like eating out of the buckets that contain your food and stuff. The problem is, as an employee, I couldn't put anything up on TripAdvisor and stuff like that. Which is annoying because I had actual evidence. I don't have it anymore. Because why would I want to keep videos of people's food being covered in dog spit like 6 years after the fact? No, longer than like 8 years after the fact now. Wow, that's a long time. Anyway, also Integra. The owners were hospitable at best. No, hold on, it's for hospitality industry. That's not the word I'm looking for. Hostile. They were hostile at best. And yeah, so you had a married couple, did not like each other, thought they'd take it and everyone else. Couldn't have the radio on if he wasn't there, just turned everything off. They had the world's quietest ticket printer, which they had in their corner, but the corner I had to work in was this little tiny squared off section with microwaves only and a single fryer. So your food was either microwaved or deep fried. If you ordered a roast dinner, I'm going to let you guess what you had. It was terrible. I wasn't allowed near an oven, near a hot plate, anything like that. That was the station, and it was depressing. I think it was... The wife went on holiday, and I just gave my notice. I left it on the side. The dude opened it and just went, well, that wasn't very long. I was like, yeah, not being funny. And I went back... Well, this before I forget my notice, and I was smart enough to at least try and find something else. And I went back to the job I'd left, and I crawled on my hands and knees and begged for my job back. Said I made a mistake, the sun shines bright, the grass is greener and all that. To find they'd replaced me immediately, and I had to start from the bottom again. To be fair, I didn't get paid more than minimum wage anyway, so it made no difference. That more skill, less work kind of thing. There used to be a bike shop there, but that closed. I had to drive a motorbike there, leaking oil. Fun story for another day. Yeah, it's just because the grass is greener, don't disappear to a job that is not as they say. Though I think that's mainly for the hospitality industry, because they will lie through their teeth. A lot of big business things like that will have to adhere you to a contract, which I was supposed to get and they never showed. But at the same time, if you really hate your job and it's driving you 6 feet under, do not stay. Do everything you can to leave. Take sick days to do a course if you can afford it. Just take sick days to apply for jobs and go to interviews if you can afford it. Because sometimes you can't not to. You can't afford not to. Also, people say that hard work isn't recognised anymore. I will say this as a person who has now achieved in 3 years or 4 years, not even close to what, or how little he achieved in 10 years in cooking. Hard work is noticed, hard work is rewarded, but people who have hard work and a track record of being a knob are obviously put down as high risk. Just for, if you put them in power, would they abuse said power? So if you are a hard worker, don't go, it's not being noticed, I'm going to purposely, shove that whole chance up its own arse. Keep at it. Because a lot of things are, you can't get the promotion until the space is available. Yes, there'll be people who are friends and all that stuff, and they'll promote their friends and all that guff. I've had that happen, and I've now achieved the same level just through hard work. This guy in 6 years is on the same level as I've achieved in 3. I'm now going into the 4th year. So if he only went up that quickly with help, and I achieved it through effort, but similarly, I will say I don't do 100% of the paperwork that you need to. I do enough of the paperwork. I've created paperwork just to prove a point that some of the paperwork was useless, and I achieved that. Someone of a similar standing who also did the hard work, he's not got the attitude I have, but he does all the paperwork. We've both risen up in that same time. So it goes to show it does mean something. And you can go with, because I've got a reputation for being a bugger, for lack of better words, but a bugger in a way that helps, you know, pointing out the people who make bad track records, people who should know better. I'm talking like your heads of stuff. And I did well out of it. He did the paperwork bit, but won't push against any authority. Both of which paid off. What you need is both sides of that in a business, I think. If everyone does one thing or everyone does the other, what you're really going to get. Also, morally grey areas. The rules are the rules for a reason. A lot of it's safety stuff. But there are times where some morally grey is required. Not if it's to put someone in safety, but just like the whole not using your phones at work kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to get a terrible breakfast. Hope you guys enjoyed my little natter. And yeah, if you're looking for a job, go for it. You can only achieve what you aim for. And if be you, honestly, being you helps. Unless you're some people, in which case, you know, don't be Hitler. Ta-ra. I'm going to bail out. See you another day. Goodbye. You know what, I'm going to stop the credits to say, even for McDonald's, that was truly shocking. No, honey. Neil's bringing out a new variety of latte that's equally shit. Anyway, back to the credits. Just had to mention it.